we're talking about a guy who has been in this league for a long time and has pitched many great games. But when it comes to the playoffs, it's been Clayton Kershaw's kryptonite. And last night we saw it again, giving up the back-to-back home runs after, basically, getting out of the seventh inning. But when you watched last night's game, though, John, what did you see from the Dodgers that they could have done differently? And I hate to say that, but who's more at fault here? Is it Kershaw, the way he pitched, or is it his manager, Dave Roberts, for leaving him in there?
There's a lot of blame right now, Kirk, to go around with the Dodgers. I think it's shared among multiple parties here. I do not believe Dave Roberts put Kershaw in a situation to succeed. But also, from Clayton's standpoint, giving up home runs on consecutive pitches would, to me, indicate that there was a flaw in the game plan. And from his perspective, I think Sean Casey made a very good point on MLB Network last night. The pitch to Rendon is forgivable. That was down, and one of the best hitters in the game got it out of the ballpark. I don't have a big issue with Kershaw giving up that home run. It did not tie the game at that point in time. It was to a righty. The pitch was relatively well located. I can live with that one. But that the cutter up that Soto hit out, that has to be located better. That was right in the hitting zone. The very next pitch, it was up, it was over the plate, and for Dave Roberts, you put Kershaw in there to get Soto out. You have got to get that hitter out. That is the guy that Kershaw was still in the game to get, because if he wasn't going to have success against Soto, then Roberts should have put in Maeda to deal with Rendon and then live with the possibility of Soto doing damage against Maeda. But that was the guy that Kershaw had to get out. Obviously, it didn't happen. Kershaw, I thought, was very accountable after the game and speaking about the criticism that he's getting right now. And he said, everything that's being said, I deserve it. He took the loss on his own shoulders. There is never an issue of accountability with Clayton Kershaw. But the reality is the Dodgers were somewhat disorganized in their bullpen late in the season. Kenley Jansen, Dave Roberts said late in the year, supposedly was their closer in the division series. But he pitched twice, once with the team up by 6 and once when they were down by 4. That does not sound like the way that you use a closer. And so there was a disconnect between internal, external, what was going on there. How do you now handle Joe Kelly? How do you handle Kenley Jansen in the offseason? Oh, by the way, probably your most consistent starter, at least through the first half, was Hyun-Jin Ryu. He's a free agent now. Rich Hill's a free agent now. How confident are you with a Buehler-led staff that also includes Kershaw maybe fading a bit, Maeda, and then some youth, Urias or Gonsolin? Is that your starting five for next year? Do you have to bring back Ryu? There's a lot of questions right now for the Dodgers. It'd be a lot easier for them to take if they had won a couple of years ago when they had probably a better chance to do it against the Astros, and Kershaw let Game 5 of that series get away. So I think we sometimes look at the last result and really judge a lot on it. I think in this case there is something to be judged from it. But also the larger picture here, I believe, Kirk, the Dodgers at different times were very cautious at the trade deadline. They did not get Justin Verlander when they probably should have. This year at the deadline, they did not make a big move for a reliever. And I think the passive nature of their deadlines, Kirk, has now come back to haunt the Los Angeles Dodgers.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.